Hello, it is I, that one kid, and today we are going to be answering the age-old question, what is truly the most powerful Boy Scout position? So basically in this video I'm just going to be ranking each of these position on the most powerful, really powerful, in the middle, kind of annoying and lame. And yeah, I'm just going to say what the position means and what it does, and then I'll rank it. So the first one we have is the Senior Patrol Leader. Basically, or the SPL. But basically, what the Senior Patrol Leader does is he's like the main. He commands people to do stuff. For us, he assigns like the chores we have to do at the end of every meeting. He's just normally like the main kid planner and everything. So and if you ask anyone, they're probably gonna say Senior Patrol Leader is the most powerful, since that's like Senior Patrol Leader is probably the hardest position to get since everyone wants it and it's really good. Um, but I'd say really powerful, but not the most powerful. The next one we have is the Patrol Leader, which is literally just a not as powerful version of the SPL. Basically, the way the SPL works is the SPL is like the the leader of every single patrol. Oh, but the way the patrol leader works is he's just the leader of his patrol. And oh yeah, the way it works, so there's normally multiple patrols in each troop, and so a patrol is just like a little group of the scouts. So I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put him in kind of annoying because he could what the patrol leader could do is he could start like revolt in his patrol. And then like let's say he's the leader of the biggest patrol. And so he starts like a revolt in his patrol and he's like, I'll only stop revolting if you do this. And so then he can kind of like try to overthrow the SPL. Next up is the quartermaster. Basically what the quartermaster does is well for us I actually used to be the quartermaster. Well, I'm half the quartermaster now. Like I'm the assistant quartermaster now, so I whenever the quartermaster's not there, I quartermaster. But basically what the quartermaster does is whenever we go camping, he'll like load up the trailer and stuff. And so all the kids will put the stuff on like their like supplies on the floor, and then he'll put the stuff in the trailer. So technically what the quartermaster could do is like if there's like he could be like, okay, if you don't do this, I'm gonna throw your stuff on the floor so hard that it explodes or something, and no one will know because uh, we'll, uh, we'll just say it was the trailer. Because I mean, every time, like half the time when we get home from like camp or we get to the camp after a long drive from the trailer, it looks like there was like an earthquake in the trailer because all the like stuff on the wall fell off, even though they're like bungee cords and stuff. But I'm probably gonna put I mean, a quartermaster can threaten to destroy people's stuff, so I'm gonna probably put him in really powerful. Say SPL is still probably more powerful. Powerful. Okay, the librarian. We don't even have one of these, so I'm not entirely sure what the librarian does. But I think he just like makes sure the books are alive and stuff. And for Boy Scouts, there's like a ton of merit badge books we have. And so, I mean, he could threaten to burn the books and then be like, or he could be like, if you don't, if we don't do this merit badge, we're doing none of them because I'm burning all the books. And so, except that'd probably only get the adults to, like panic since the adults are like the ones that have the books. But I mean, if the librarian threatened to do that, they'd probably just like, hmm, it's either in the middle or kind of annoying. You know what, we'll do in the middle. I meant kind of annoying. Yeah. but still better than the PL. Okay, now we have the assistant senior patrol leader. So basically the assistant senior patrol leader is supposed to be the SPL when the SPL isn't here. And he's also supposed to like kind of help the SPL. We don't even have one of these. We just do it where like the oldest patrol leader ends up being the SPL if the SPL is not here. And there's not really anything the ASPL can do since he's like just also a worse version of the SPL. So we're gonna put him in lane. Okay, so now it's the chaplain aide. Basically what the chaplain aide does is he's like during the campouts he's in charge of like saying the prayers and doing all that kind of stuff. What we normally do is we just have the kids, if like one kid wants to do it, then he's like, okay, you can do it today, and then so we just have different kids doing it each day. Technically, what the chaplain aide can do is he can like threaten, he can be like, I'll banish thee if you don't clean up my mess kit, or like he can do that kind of stuff. Um, or another thing he could do that'd be kind of like powerful. He can he can be like, I will forgive you if you pay me $20. And then he can like constantly get money whenever some kid does something wrong, he'll like do that, and then so he'll get a bunch of money. And then he can use that money to create like a giant robot and then walk that robot to the scout place and like the place where we do meetings. And then he can be like, I'm in a giant robot, listen to me or I'll uh use my laser cannons. So for now we're gonna put the chaplain aide. Well, then again, kids aren't known for their immense wealth, so we don't know if they would be able to pay or pay $20. Um, I mean, I wouldn't. So we're gonna put number one and really powerful for now. Okay, the next one is the troop historian. So the historian, he's like the guy that's supposed to take pictures and yeah, he takes pictures, and then whenever we do the Court of Honor, which is basically a thing where we just give out all of like the awards and everything, he has like he'll have a little slideshow playing in the background. So technically, what the historian could do is he could like in the slideshow put down really embarrassing pictures of like one scout, and then like he'll like write down text on the picture like I can't believe he did that and stuff like that. And so he'd be able to get one scout like really embarrassed. But then again, that wouldn't, I mean, you would probably be able to threaten the SPL or something like, I'll put down this picture of you doing something embarrassing if you don't uh do stuff. But I'm probably gonna put him kind of annoying. The next one is the scribe. Oh, and basically what the scribe does is he just like writes down like stuff that's going on. So if we're doing a vote, he'll be counting the votes and everything. He'll write down what mayor badges we're doing on certain days whenever we're like planning stuff. Um, and so because of that, technically the scribe could just like rig all the votes and everything. So like if we're voting for a camp, what camp we're gonna do, he can just rig it and say like, oh, Camp Scribe got 50,000 votes, while Camp Quartermaster got one. Ah ha 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 ha, I win. So he could rig votes, and then yeah, he could rig votes and just like write down other stuff for instead of doing mayor badges, he can just write down like, oh, we're gonna have a scribe loving day where they just give the scribe a bunch of presents and stuff, because that's definitely a thing. But so yeah, he could do stuff like that. The one thing he probably couldn't rig like super important votes. So You couldn't rig like the elections for Boy Scouts because that would be the adults are normally the ones that count that. So I'm gonna put him in really powerful in between SPL and Quartermaster. The next person is the Outdoor Ethics Guide. So basically, with Outdoor Ethics Guide, is he basically the like the outdoorsy kid that knows stuff about plants and everything. So like if we go on a hike, he'll be the person that's saying like this is a Canadian flower cactus and stuff like that. Um, and so he can technically lie about stuff, and he can be like, "Oh yes, this is a delicious, amazing berry." And then he can be like, "Oh, you take a bite out of it." And then what he wouldn't say is that it's actually like a poison death berry or something. And so then he could like literally just get rid of a scout by doing that. So I mean, I would say that's really powerful, but at the same time, you're not supposed to eat, no matter what, you're not supposed to eat stuff on a hike or, oh, I just stop AI. Oh yeah, guys, let me just tell you this. This video is not AI generated. Anyways, so yeah, the outdoor ethics guide, I'd say probably just in the middle, since no matter what, you're not supposed to eat stuff, like eat random stuff you find on the trail on a hike. Next we have the webmaster. I don't really know what he does. I think it's basically he just keeps like the Facebook uh up to date and stuff. So well, I think it's like he keeps the website and stuff up to date. So what he could do is he can like put in he can like update the website. And he can have in like a thing he can have in a thing like this is the he can just put like a really like dangerous link on it or something. So he can have a link that like gets you a virus, and then that virus will be like all your files have been encrypted. You can save them by voting for me in the elections. So then like you can make him like so webmaster can go for webmaster like to any of these positions just about like that. Or he could just be like, give me money and I'll give you your computer back. So we're gonna put him in really powerful, but we're gonna put him right here. Okay, the next one is Bugler. So what the Bugler does is he basically every what's it called? Every morning when we're at a camp, he'll basically just play music to or revelry. He'll play revelry to wake everyone up at the right time. So, but basically, what the bugler could do is he could just play it in like the middle of the night and just annoy all the scouts, and then that would therefore make like the scouts tired and stuff. And another thing he could do. So there's some camps where we're like doing competitions and stuff, and so he could like go to other scouts' campsites and just start like spamming revelry at them and just stopping them from waking up. I meant from going to sleep. And so then when they like in the morning they'll be super tired and they won't be able to do good at the competitions. So we are gonna put the bugler. We're gonna put him right here, and we're also well. Hmm, okay, the troop guide. So the troop guide is he's my that's troop guide's my position right now, but or one of my positions. But the troop guide basically he just helps the younger scouts with advancing to like first class or no, I think second class is when he stops troop guiding them. But yeah, he basically helps the younger scouts. So I guess what he could technically do is he could just like rickroll one kid by just like not helping him at all and like trying to hold him back forever. But yeah, I don't think it would really work. So I'm gonna put him in the lane, but better than the ASBL. And those are all the positions, but wait, we still need one person in the most powerful. So we have Chaplainade, SPL, Scribe, Bugler, Webmaster, Quartermaster, and really powerful. So we're gonna bring one up. But I mean, Chaplainade could technically be the most powerful, but you would need a trooper that's really easy to scam. SPL, I'm not gonna do SPL because that'd be too like everyone's gonna think he's the most powerful, so I can't let him be the most powerful. Scribe could rig like all the votes and everything, which is pretty powerful. Bugler can wake people up at 3 a.m. Webmaster can create an extremely dangerous virus that would destroy everyone's computer. Um, and Quartermaster could just destroy people's like supplies and everything. So I'm gonna say Scribe is the most powerful Boy Scout position because he can rig basically anything and like it's powerful. It's the most powerful Boy Scout position. So that's all, folks. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell button and join my Patreon and what are other things YouTubers say? Join my Discord and my follow me on Facebook, TikTok, X, Twitter, uh Blue Sky, other social media stuff that I can't remember that I definitely have, and I'm not just saying because it's like haha funny. But yeah, that's all, folks. See you next time.